GIF here that we're going to play with in a second.
With the dipping toe, or no, I guess not.
No dipping toes today. But we'll do a little cannonball broken diving board slip kind of thing.
Week.
For our property search of the day. Just
nice.
All right, just making sure. Yeah, so we have our YouTube firing up. If you guys are watching, if anybody's watching on YouTube, feel free to comment, and we'll get to those. And welcome to the next level strategy session for today. This is Thursday, I think, in March. I'm going to record also on this computer. And yeah, and Elisa, I kind of prepared a little bit. Have some bullet points here that we can dive into, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
Yep. So yeah, we haven't done a property search of the day in a while on one of these sessions. And I figured it'd be good. Every few weeks, we like to just show one of these off and come up with a new angle for inspiration for everybody. And one that always performs well, and depending on where you are in the world, it might be a little early for some of you guys, but pool homes, houses with pools is kind of a good angle. So it's starting to heat up here down in the southeast of the States, while some of you I know are freezing your butts still, but it's kind of timely for down here. So I'm going to do a pool homes property search of the day and have a little fun with that. And you can see we have a few other bullet points we can talk about too. As always, if you guys have any questions or anything that you want addressed, feel free to do that in the comments. Annalisa and I will grab those and talk about those after I get through these few bullet points. So what I was thinking I would do it today, Annalisa, for this property search of the day was I was actually going to make a custom video off of this GIF that we see here.
Okay. Sure.
With these property searches today, the whole concept is that you're going to post a list of properties or a specific listing, but you want it to be interesting. You can always just post a link and let it pull the thumbnail from KV Core and just kind of do it and be done with it. That's fine. That's better than nothing. But I always like to go a little bit further in terms of getting the attention and engagement of people, especially on social media, Facebook and other channels. I'm going to show you kind of how I might go about this. One of the things we've done from time to time is create memes. Another thing you can do is create a video. So let me go here. And what I'm doing is I'm opening up Screencast-O-Matic. And I'm going to use my screen recorder. So you can use any software you want for this. And I'm going to take a GIF and I'm going to make it a video that I can put on Facebook. And again, we're going down a rabbit hole a little bit just in the interest of making this a little more engaging, this post. But an advantage of doing this is that you also will then have the video if you want to run an ad around this idea or just use it in the future. So all I do is I grab the screen recording. I draw my little box around, as you saw me do here. I used Google Images to find a funny GIF. You could use any of the GIF sites. And I'll just hit record like this. And then I'll let it run for a minute. Now, I don't care that it's picking up the audio because it's going to be a blank video anyway. So I'm going to hit pause now. I let it run for a few seconds. I'm going to hit done. And then I'm going to turn off the narration. And I'll do some really light editing. And guys, don't have to obsess over like the little bits of this. You can watch it on replay, but I'm basically just kind of turning the GIF into an MP4 video file that I can use with a social post. So it's about 3 seconds long now. And
as an aside, you could use that GIF as a custom background on a landing page too.
Yeah, once it's in image format. Yep. So I'll hit done. I'll click save as video file, full GIF like that, and publish. I could have also put some text on top of it, but I just want to show this as kind of an idea, kind of an aside. It's not really a KV Core functionality thing, but we like to get into these next level kind of tools and tips and tricks around just web marketing in general. And this is one of my favorites, is to just create a video off of a funny GIF, because I know that it'll get pretty good engagement on Facebook. The fact that it even pops up in a Google search when I search like cannonball pool funny GIF means that for some reason the algorithms think it's interesting. So now I've done that. Next thing I'm going to do is I need to go make my list of pool homes, right? Of houses with pools. And there's a few places I can go to do that. I can just run a search on the front side of my site, or I can go into the lead engine in KV Core, as I'm about to do here, and I can go to the squeeze page section. So I'll just go run this off of my page, click start building. And then we'll do the county, we'll do kind of the area as always. And I know this is basic for a lot of you guys, but it's good. Some people who watching us do this for the first time, making one of these property searches. Basically, you're just going to build a multi-property squeeze page here. Hopefully it'll load up the area here in a second, Annalisa. Here it is. And then listing types, we'll do single family. And then our options down here, hopefully I have my pool right in my options. I do. So I'll generate the link, copy the link, and now I can head on over to Facebook. If I wanted to, of course, I kind of skipped a step here. I could say Facebook PSOD, like Facebook property search of the day. That would be my own kind of identifier, right? And then I can pull homes. So this way, when somebody gets to the link there and they're prompted to register to search for full access to the site, then it'll hashtag and source them. All right, now let's head over to Facebook. Nice dip on Bitcoin there. Let me get rid of this tab. It's going to distract me. There we go. Nice dip. All right. And I'm in my Facebook. We just go and we do a post. I think we all know how to do that. But I'll just kind of put the link here. And you'll see, this is what I was referring to, where you could just use the automatically generated thumbnail. So in a second here, this will pop up like that. But that's kind of generic, and it doesn't say pool homes at all, right? It just says homes in Pinellas. So I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to do property search of the day, Pinellas County homes with pools. And I can have a little fun with it. Cannonball! Just have fun with it if you want. And then I'll get rid of that. And now, again, I'm going to go here. We all know how to do this. And I'm going to just upload that little video I just made a second ago.
And that's on your business page, correct?
Well, no, I'm putting this on my personal.
Okay.
Yeah, the business, nobody's looking at your business page.
Just checking.
Yeah. Well, very few people, guys. So yeah, this is, whenever I'm talking about property searches today, I'm talking personal profiles. This is where the people who you've done deals with in the past, people you went to high school with, everybody in your sphere, that's where they're going to see you. They're not connected to your business page, and Facebook's not going to even show them the post on your business page for the most part, unless you pay for the traffic and run ads. So definitely on the personal. So I got my video there, I post. And then the whole idea of what I'm trying to do, it says your post is being processed. We'll let you know. I don't know if anybody else is running into this, but Google Chrome in particular is like in glitch territory for me on Facebook for like the last 3 weeks. And this happened before and they cleaned it up. Are you getting this too?
Yeah, occasionally. It's
fun. It's been really weird. Firefox, it's working fine, but I happen to be in Chrome. But it said it would post it. It says I can watch it now. So hopefully it'll just load up here for me. There we go. And here's my post. And, the whole point of doing the video like this, it's going to autoplay in somebody's stream, right, as they're browsing Facebook. And it's just to get them to click and do a quick like and a ha-ha, be a pattern interrupt. And maybe they comment on the post or they click through to the link. I know, I spent a little extra time. I've done it so many times that only probably took me a minute, but I think it's a good skill to have, this whole idea of using your screencasting to kind of rip GIFs into engaging videos. So
I like it.
Annalisa? Yep.
I haven't seen any questions yet on this. I know Brittany's like, ooh, I really like the idea of posting the personal page. Love this. I have content to post on my personal Facebook. I struggle so much for content to share there. Well, let's talk a bit about content. I mean, it could be pretty much anything that comes to mind that you may think is interesting in your community, what people may benefit to know from your expertise to lead them down the path of knowing the area and buying a home. I mean, there's all sorts of things at your fingertips.
Yeah, I think that we don't want to be talking real estate all day long.
Right.
I personally go a little heavy on the business side of things, and I get, some of my wife and friends are like, oh, you only post business stuff. But I don't really, you can find a balance where you're posting something personal, something interesting, and then maybe every third post, it's got something to do with real estate, but it's not a direct, you're not saying, hey, come list or come buy with me. You're sharing some interesting content. There's nothing more interesting than lists of properties in your area. It's like the easiest thing to do. Right.
And I think, like when I used to do the blogs for a brokerage that I used to work for, it was 8 agents and I blogged everything for every agent every month. but I mixed it up with 4 local community posts and 1 business post. That seemed to be like a good mix. And then I kept track of what I was posting when, so there'd be like a future footprint of how we could replicate it the next year and the next year, and always see what we had, out there. So it's a good idea to kind of just think about what you would relate to and your friend base, and branch out.
Yeah, and take an extra second or two to make the post more interesting if you can. I think that's where I was going with that today. So here's my property search of the day: homes with pools. Guys, we do have in the main learning portal, we have a course called Social Posting for Leads or something like that. It basically is what I just showed you and talked about. Coursified, So, but if you're looking for a good free way to get leads, and it's not just about getting leads, it's really just about making people remember that you're in the real estate business. It's kind of invaluable. Like, I'll probably have 100 friends see this, and a few of them will be local, and it just puts it in the back of their head. Oh yeah, Ryan's got a real estate license.
And like with this, if you were to take it, you could mimic the course lessons that we've put into the growth systems to create that Facebook ad to collect seller and or buyer information with a form. So you just basically be changing the content. John was asking about that.
Oh yeah, so this definitely becomes a paid ad for sure. Yeah. You could just take this and go right into the Facebook ads platform, upload the same video. The ad would read a little differently. It would just say Pinellas County homes with pools priced from 100,000 to 300,000. Click to see the list now. Same thing.
Yeah. Brittany has some amazing news. She's like, I haven't been able to get on these masterminds because I've been so busy working on my starter homes campaign, closing on my first buyer from the campaign next week. I owe this to you guys. That's fantastic news. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. And it only compounds. Those first few months is like building any business. Brittany kind of trusted that the process would work. But if she's doing one now, it'll kind of be in this exponential curve going into the end of this year, I predict.
That's super exciting, and a big launch into summer. I mean, that's huge. That's great.
Yeah, great. So, and I assume she's got lots of conversations. I was actually, I was peeking in on Delia on the local brokerage account today. I've shown this to you guys a few times on these sessions, because probably for about 2 months now, we've been pretty consistently ramming, probably about a year now, but we've been running really good PPC traffic through these growth systems, waterfront, new construction, and the volume of emails and texts has just been picking up and up and up, which has been great to see. I'll just show you guys here on the screen a little bit.
Wow.
This is all interactions, say in the last day to 3 days of just people emailing, right? Just talking about their criteria, going back and forth. Delia's done a great job. She's been stepped up her game in terms of just replying and conversating with people. She texted me yesterday. She got her first listing from one of our seller ads. So that was really cool to hear. And yeah, it's kind of like in the beginning, guys, it might seem like there's crickets. You'll have the occasional conversation, but it just builds and builds and builds. And then eventually you have a pipeline of these conversations that lead to closings.
Joyce has a great question. When you are replacing that stock property image with the GIF, can you click on the video to get the listings, or do you need to keep the link to the list? And I think you copied the short link, correct? So you uploaded the video and then added the short link to click to view the properties?
Yeah, I put that in the post. I think her question is if the people click on the videos, right, will it go to the list? Is that the question?
Yeah, I think it's 2 separate things. So they watch the video because it's embedded in your post, right? And then there's the link to view the properties.
Yep. Yeah, so there's the link. I actually did a poor job here now that I look at that again. You always want to be explicit. Like, there is a link there for people to click.
But why would they? Unless you tell them?
Here to see, the pool. See the, oops.
Click here to cannonball into this list of pools.
Yeah, now that would have been better. I don't know if they click the video, what happens, if it just plays the video or what, but click here to see the listings now. That'll be better. Isn't there a way to hyperlink the actual listing to? I thought I saw somebody doing that.
I saw it in groups once, but they removed the feature. So that's
okay.
Yeah.
I can't link the click here to the actual post. Yeah. But yeah, it'll drive them over here. They'll click around and they'll be eventually prompted to register.
Now, There's a great question here from John. I've applied what I've learned here and got leads. I'm having a harder time converting them after they've submitted their information. I've placed them on seller or buyer campaigns in KV Core. what is the average time to convert?
Well, it depends. The first place I'd look is, are people talking to you? Because that's
Mm-hmm.
the first level of conversion. You should be, if you're doing it right, you should have at least, maybe Brittany would reply because she's seen it. And as I just showed on the screen, you should have at least at the very low end, 10% of people, maybe 20 or 30% of people, kind of just replying back to any auto text you have
So
or
some
any,
sort of interaction.
yeah. So that's the first step in getting the conversion. If you're not getting a lot of those, then we definitely want to look at your smart campaign and what kind of automation you have going.
Mm-hmm.
The average time to convert is going to be in real estate all over the place, because a lot of it depends on seasonality when people are buying, right? Where they are in the pipeline, and also what niche you're working with. Brittany's working with starter homes, so if she's getting a lot of people opting in for starter homes, her biggest challenge is just getting those people pre-approved for financing,
Right.
and actually finding a, and actually not being outbid in this market.
Right.
If you're doing cash, you're doing the luxury market and your buyers are cash, because that's the funnel you built, and maybe it's a little quicker.
And Brittany has a great idea. Well, just a couple of things where she's saying, I do need to calculate the percentage. But she's also saying, John, are you using the conversation starter campaign that we created? I think that's what's helped Brittany get a foothold. He is. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, people should be replying back to that.
Now, I think before we go on, just in reference to the conversation starting campaign, because I've been using a lot of those in the setup service. Is everyone creating that open house link or a link to properties within that conversation starting campaign? Because I think that's a key feature that you built in.
Yeah. Yeah, there is the webinar about it, and that is one of the things you can do. You want to add more value into the campaign. We've got this question about whether somebody owns a house. This can be crafted in a number of different ways, but the most important, I think, just to start, make sure that initial text and email are getting something's happening. This one's worked really well. Hi, thanks for looking at waterfront properties on my website a few minutes ago. Are you actively looking for a waterfront property in Pinellas County? Simple. And then that has gotten a nice volume of replies.
Nice.
Somebody's asking us to drop the link for the campaign. If you just search conversation starter in the campaigns in the library, the base version of it is there. And I saw somebody on a comment asking, you kind of have to pull this into your account and change it, change the individuals to work for you, for your niche, but it is here and ready to use. And then we have the webinar. There's a few other places you can find information about this. The first place I go is into the growth systems in the Next Level Mastermind.
And if you're just joining us, you can join the Mastermind free for 7 days, and then it will opt into a monthly. But I would say definitely check it out via the KV Core Marketplace, because there is a gold mine of opportunity and information in there.
Yeah, lots of stuff. But the whole theory around these conversation starters is laid out pretty good. You can see this module here, conversation starting campaigns, where we talk about it. The webinar is there, and then you can go and see a couple of the scripts that we have kind of pre-built. But I think after we did this, we then added its KV core. So all you need to do is go search conversation starting in smart campaigns, but you can see a few examples for the various niches also in the members area. But I mean, just taking a step back, really what it's about is trying to collect the phone number, via Facebook lead format or whatever other source, and sending that quick response. Most of your results are going to come from that. And then the automated property alerts over time is just going to get people talking to you. But I think one common mistake people make is they spend like $50 or $100. They generate some leads and don't get a deal, and they think it's not working. I think with any business, you got to be thinking longer term, and it may be a matter of spending. Think about what your referral fee would be for your average sale price, and that might be $1,000 or $2,000, right? I think if we can beat that, we're ahead of the game because we're in total control, not waiting for referrals. But be prepared. Be prepared to set up a budget and be prepared to spend something every month until it builds. max out the credit cards. I think if we asked a lot of top producing agents, team leaders, people in that top, 5-10%, how they did it, they would all say, yeah, I went into debt.
And they got a lot of airline miles at the same time.
Yeah, but they went. You go deep on the marketing in the beginning, and then you get the payoff later. Cool. So let's. Sorry, I'm trying to find my pad here. So I was just going to update you guys on that coming soon Google campaign we did on Monday. So I'll show that really quickly. It got a few leads. Not totally thrilled with it. So here they are. It needs work, but it did, it's always a good sign when you run a new campaign and it at least gets conversions. That means you've got something you can start with. So here was that campaign that we ran on Monday. It's gotten 2 leads for $33 a piece. Now, if I'm looking at that and I'm comparing that to the new construction campaign we ran to a landing page, which has gotten 36 leads at $9 a piece, I'm probably either turning this off or putting more work in to get it functioning better. So just for context for everybody who didn't see that session Monday, just show you, this is the landing page people are going to. Get notified about St. Pete, Florida, coming soon listings that haven't hit the market yet, so you can beat other buyers to the punch. There's a really good chance that my headline is too long. It's just not exciting enough. Something is missing. If I actually had coming soon listings now and my button said see the list now, and there was an element of instant gratification, I guess my conversions would go up. But I just want to share this. Whenever I give a live example to you guys, I always worry that people are going to copy, the example and then not get great results. So I like to report back and what's happening. So the click-through rate's fine. You'll notice it's not actually higher than the new construction. The cost per clicks has been a little higher, but not much. But really, where this campaign is hurting is on that landing page, because we're only seeing a 4% conversion versus 10% on everything else. Which means I need to go back to the drawing board and build a new landing page that expresses that idea. So not much more there. I'll probably play with it more and let you know how it goes. I do think it has some wings because it got a couple of leads, but yeah, it needs work. And then the last thing I figured while we were in here, I'll just share, is this new construction Google ad campaign. I was just going to go in and play with the keywords live here. Because it's working great, 36 leads at $9 a piece. But now what I like to do is, we go back and we look at the kind of underlying, the nitty gritty inside of the campaign and see if there's any opportunities to make it perform better. So if I click into the campaign, I can see which of my keywords here, remember I had all exact match.
Right, so what resonated with people?
Yeah, which ones are getting clicks, which aren't. If I have keywords that have a low quality score, it's very likely that this campaign with this red here is dragging down the results of the rest of the campaign. So it's got 8 clicks and no opt-ins yet. So I'm going to pause that one. And then St. Pete houses for sale has gotten 10 conversions. Interesting. Has gotten a 10% conversion rate. So it's generated 3 leads at 9. So this is good, but it's saying eligible limited, low quality score. Now, quality score is when Google considers that the keyword that people are searching doesn't match the text on the page. So there's actually, and that, it was actually similar here. There's actually opportunity for me to go build a second landing page if I wanted to that said St. Pete new construction houses for sale in the headline. And funnily enough, that would get my score up and may get me better results. But really, I'm just going to leave it. I mean, it's $9 a lead from Google. It's fine.
That's really good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't think there's much to edit here other than I know that I'm limiting myself from getting lots of traffic because I'm using all these exact matches. So one test I might try is to just make these all phrase or clone them out and lighten up the bidding or add more keywords. But really, this is kind of fine. You could leave a campaign like this running for years and expect to get the same numbers with Google. And they generally have much less ad fatigue than Facebook has, where your ad will get tired for whatever reason because Facebook's just trying to show them to the same people over and over again. On Google, you have this new crop of people always searching these keywords from all over the world, all over the country. So the campaign can just kind of run for a while.
Right.
So I'm going to turn off the condos one here. It got a 0 conversion rate. I might turn off this one. It's a little early. And just that's just some light optimization. It might make my campaign perform better.
Awesome.
Yep. How do you check the keywords is the question. When you go into the campaign that you've run, you can kind of just start drilling in. So if I go into the ad group, and then it kind of works like Facebook where it's ad set, ad, campaign. Here it's campaign, ad group, keyword. Now I'm down to the keyword level. You can see on the left, kind of this middle panel here where I'm hovering my mouse. You can also kind of get the stuff from there. Google's dashboard is a nightmare, though, to begin with. Like you're going to find yourself clicking all over the place.
And they move things pretty frequently.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's challenging. It's challenging when people do it all the time. So
there are some great questions that have popped in here. Are you ready? Okay. So Brittany's asking, do we have any webinars or ideas on how I can leverage my current listing to get more listings?
Yeah. Well, just sold, so circle prospecting, just sold.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely make sure, I don't know if you are, Brittany, or not, but definitely make sure you're doing direct mail around that listing.
I was just about to say that. Thanks, when we just had recently.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So that would be in our, let's go into next level, into our recorded webinars. I'll give you the date that we did that one. Property Boost, I'm assuming you're probably doing Property Boost, but that'll at least get people opting in to ask questions about that. And remember, a lot of those people are going to be homeowners in your area. Let's see. Didn't we just do that?
Like, it's pretty recently.
Here it is. 3/11/21. So it was March 11th, driving KV Core traffic with direct mail. It was 2 weeks ago. So I kind of showed in that webinar. I'll drop the link to everybody watching since it is a YouTube.
We do have a Dale out there on YouTube. So hi, Dale.
Oops, sorry. Here, I'll drop it on YouTube. So that definitely direct mail. Post it frequently, like give updates about what's happening with the listing. If there's price reductions on your personal profiles. Have you emailed a video to your whole database, Brittany? That would be definitely, if you have a video or can do a screencast of the listing, you definitely want to email that separately as a mass email from KV Core and just let everybody know about the listing and ask them if they know anybody who might be interested. That would be a good one too. You can go into KV Core and let's see, go to Smart CRM. Well, there's two ways. You can just search a hashtag. So all your starter home people, for example, and then just do a mass email, or you can go into, is that over here in Web and IDX where you can do
I don't know what you're looking for.
Oh yeah, I know. You're not reading my mind.
Well, I'm a little rusty. It's been a few days. Are you looking for the scheduled mass email across the top right?
Yeah, it's in Marketing Autopilot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in Marketing Autopilot, I can go schedule mass email. And I can I can send and say, hey, I've got this listing. Do you know anybody? And what happens, what you can do with that email, maybe I'll just do it in a notepad. Let's do the script here. You can ask them also kind of try to get the listing in the process of writing this email. So subject line would be new listing 123 Main Street. And if you could do with video, if you have a video, that'd be awesome. Hi, name. I just listed Main Street in Gulfport, wherever. 2 days ago. It's a great, describe it. It's a great 3-bedroom, 2-bath with an awesome pool. You can click here to watch the video tour. Now, if you happen to know anyone who might be interested, feel free to forward this email to them. So you're kind of like telling them to share it, your name, your company, and then we can go in the PS whenever you're doing this. By the way, it really is something like this, is a seller's market out there, and people are surprised and lots of people. The and lots of people speaks to kind of like social proof. Like we like to do what other people are doing.
Mhm.
Lots of people have been surprised recently to learn what their property is worth. If you'd like for me to prepare a detailed, market analysis for your home, just reply and let me know. So basically that, and I'll put this script in the members area afterwards. I'll clean it up and put it in the template section. But the whole idea is this: you're talking about your listing. You're kind of showing them that, hey, I'm active as a listing agent. It's going out to homeowners in your database. And then the PS is the direct call to action, which we know everybody reads the PS. So you're offering them a market valuation. So hopefully that helps. I would definitely do that. We always forget to use we're so obsessed with pay-per-click and stuff. We always forget to use the database we have, which is everybody in KV Core.
Right. And you can also use your smart CRM to sort by people who are looking in specific areas along with the hashtag.
Yeah. So how do we do that? We go into the filters.
Go into your filter, and at the very bottom of the filter, there should be the property interest area. Yeah. And that's where you can also like put in a price range. So if you get like say Brittany or John or whomever gets a new listing, they can go into this and look up that area and send everyone on that list a link to that new listing.
Yeah. For sure. So yeah, so that's a few ways. I'm sure we're missing a few, but the just listed cards, man, and just sold cards, that's 2 opportunities with every listing. And it's old school, but stuff works. Especially if you can do a clear call to action, with a QR code or something that gets people opting in, as we talked about in that webinar. You can make those run. You get a lot of leverage out of those. Lots of questions, Annalisa.
Yeah, there's another one here from Rich. Hi, Rich. Within the lead generation sector of KV Core is a CMA builder. So that's inside what the lead engine, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he says the CMA is simple and it works well for sending absentee owners and geofarm owner insurance updates, quote unquote, to make sure they have enough coverage for their home. Oh, that's an interesting approach. Currently, where'd it go? I just wiped right by it. There we go. Currently, you have to enter the address and person's name to produce the report. Do you know if any consideration has been made to make maybe autofill the form from the KV Core client data? Then it could be made automatic. I had sent insurance updates to a small town in my area that was ravaged by wildfires in late August, September. Several people have reached out thanking me because they'd updated their insurance before their homes were totally destroyed by the fires. Wow. This is really an awesome way of approaching folks.
Yeah, you're leaving your value. I'm trying to think. I don't know that we've. I
think
you want to dynamically create it quickly, and it does take a few seconds to do too, right? So if you're
trying to do I mean, to me, what comes to mind is the dash CMA.
Yeah.
Because then you can just put the address in and an email and let it send it.
Yeah. Yeah, so here's the CMA that the system spits out. It takes a few minutes. We can put a feature request in. I don't know how quickly, in a perfect world, you would just have a URL that you could plug an address into and it would spit this out for you quickly. Dash CMA is almost as fast. Let me go in. I have to kind of get around
just here. The difference with Dash is you can see how many times they've opened it, clicked it.
Yeah.
And it's an interactive link, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I need to get myself in.
That's a fantastic idea, Rich.
Yeah, is it for, you're kind of working it from the insurance side, but that makes a lot of sense. Just reminding people that they should look into their insurance, basically. And then you probably have an insurance partner to work with, I assume, right? Kind of generating leads for your insurance partner too.
Right. Now, William has a great idea here. How would you suggest I get Facebook Marketplace leads to enter my Facebook Messenger to connect automatically with a smart CRM contact? You can connect your Facebook Messenger via Web and IDX. I would also say take a look at the core marketplace and engage in the core messenger bot that Ernest built. It is a beautiful work of communication, because there's one for buyers and one for sellers, and it lands all of the note information directly onto your dashboard.
Yeah. So I don't know how you would automatically take it from, so if somebody replies to Marketplace, Facebook doesn't give you any way to kind of push a Marketplace data into KV Core or into the bot right away, does it?
Right. No, but I'm just saying you could link it and link them to, because Ernest and I were looking at this the other day, how you could take your bot address or your messenger address and text it to them saying, hey, I'd love to get more information, send it right out.
Yeah, so you can give them the link. You can give them a link to the bot.
Mm-hmm.
I was just kind of going into Dash here to show how fast.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love Dash CMA.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna be able to get a lot more detailed, with the Dash report. But it's not for the speed you're looking for on that insurance idea. Not sure. Yeah, we haven't looked too hard into that. From the contact record. So basically, I'm stuck on this question, Lisa, because
I know.
It seems
well, it's
we'd
an
be able to
interesting
put,
one.
We'd be able to put a link in the contact record. I think that's what's being asked. That just says create CMA.
Mm-hmm. To be a task.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not in there already, but let's see.
Well, I think there is on day 3 in the seller campaign. And I think maybe the day 5 is something like, did you receive the CMA that I sent?
Right. But just a button that says create CMA based on the address.
Right. Well, the Dash CMA button is there on the upper right now, and it'll pull the information from the valuation content information on the left-hand side of the profile.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So the answer is you can do it with Dash, because
Mm-hmm.
it is in every contact record. It's right up here at the right.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
William's asking, with Craigslist, can we get them into the smart CRM by a smart number text? Would you also suggest that I add a squeeze page link to the Craigslist posting? What I would recommend is using the custom text code to send the squeeze link, because Craigslist does not allow links. So you could say, hey, text Orlando pools to get lists of pool homes in Orlando. You can also create a QR code in your Web and IDX for that particular property and upload it as an additional image on Craigslist.
Yeah, they don't like the hyperlinks, but just to answer the question, I don't think there's any harm in doing. I'm going to do it on my notepad here. I don't have the plugin, the Chrome extension installed right now, but there's no harm in doing something like see all fixers and foreclosures in Pinellas by visiting 727realestatedeals.com or texting fixers to number. So you could sneak that in, but you're definitely going to want to have a domain that they can just go to. Like they're browsing on their phone. And we've talked a bit about this, having a core landing page that has a vanity domain like this forwarding. So I like it's a good idea. It's not going to hurt. We've also on our Craigslist post talked about putting that information on an image, right?
Right. Yeah, for Instagram or any type of image, really. Yeah.
So you could put that vanity domain in the actual image on Craigslist in particular. People are scrolling through the images, even Facebook Marketplace. You can do that too.
And Brittany, to clarify on the vanity domain, is what we're saying is vanity domains are awesome. You can purchase any vanity domain, like Brittany knows new construction, right? And then you can just forward that to your KV Core squeeze page or landing page or an SEO area page, anywhere really.
Yeah, so I just don't want to confuse the vanity domain service that's offered in the
right, two different things.
Yeah, two different things. The vanity domain in the marketplace takes your whole KV Core site and puts it on that domain. The domains that I'm talking about right now are where you just go to GoDaddy and you buy a domain like for marketing and you forward it over to a specific landing page. And I know we've talked about that in a number of our sessions recently. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. When I post this replay, I'll try to dig that up and put it in with this replay. And I'm also going to post you guys the Craigslist marketing webinar we did probably a year ago or more.
That was a good one.
Yeah, but that talks about this whole idea of putting stuff in your text call to actions and also using that image trick. We're probably due to do another Craigslist session.
Yeah.
Even though Craigslist is getting a little, the fun thing about Craigslist is that everybody's left and stopped using it. But there's still lots of bodies there and you have almost zero competition. So.
And I mean, with our tool, it takes what, 30 seconds to build an ad?
Yeah, very quick. So we'll try to do that soon again. Cool. Thank you for all the questions, everybody. Is there a way to use Facebook ads on Instagram? How do I share the campaigns from Facebook to Instagram? Well, the paid Facebook ads, if you're using their ads dashboard, they own Instagram. So you can actually directly place your ads on Instagram from that dashboard. If you're talking about this property search of the day, like the manual free posting, unfortunately, you're just going to need you can do that manually. There may also be opportunity to use some of these third-party services like Buffer, Hootsuite, right? But I don't know. I just haven't used them for a while, and it only takes an extra minute. For me, I'll go right after I do this. Anytime I do it, I'll just hop over to LinkedIn, hit Control-C, copy and paste this in, and upload the video, right? Here, I'll do it now. If that was the question, I know a lot of times I'm answering questions that were asked, but there's no like direct easy button that cross syndicates.
No, it does take some effort.
Yeah, you gotta like.
And it's part of doing business. It's advertising. It's marketing.
Yeah, we gotta spend some time every day doing this stuff. All right, LinkedIn, let me in. LinkedIn, let me in. There we go. And then I would add my. I am batting 1,000 this weekend. Lisa, do you hear my plumber today? It was my brother's the other day.
Yeah, but I didn't want to say anything.
Life has been, my life has been insane.
We're all like entrenched in our houses, wearing our PJs, right? I mean, not that I am, but no. But basically, we're all kind of like adjusting to this like new life. We're like, okay, it's been a year, right? Okay, well, what's happening now?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm afraid of what's going on in the other room there. Here, I'm getting my pool GIF.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it might not be in this case. We got a nasty plumbing issue.
Oh,
it's a doozy. Time to sell the house and not disclose. Just kidding. Time to sell us and disclose, but I'm tempted. I'm tempted with this issue. All right.
So that's your LinkedIn post with the pool and the list of homes, right?
Yeah, that's what I was showing. Just how you can take the same post, copy it, upload. It only takes a second to do.
Yep. If you can, real quick, John had a question. How do we share from the dashboard on Facebook Ad Manager to Instagram? So you have to connect your Instagram, right, and then choose to send it to Instagram when you've uploaded?
If we're talking about the Ads Manager,
yeah,
you actually don't. Yes, you need to go to the business, into your business settings, and you can link an Instagram account so that it shows on that Instagram page. And then when you're running the ad, so I'll go into an existing ad here, you can choose to run it. Let me get to it. I'll point out here, there's a couple things. One is the placement section. So you see how we have Facebook and Instagram chosen? That will run the ad on Instagram. And then there's a spot, I always forget if it's on this page, so you can see how it's connected to the Facebook page, but it may actually be in the actual ad. Yes. So right when you're in the ad section making the ad, you can see it's chosen your Facebook page, which you chose in the ad set, and then it asks you to select an Instagram account. Now, if you can actually run it on Instagram as the Facebook business page if you want, if you don't have your Instagram account linked up. Like so. So that's that.
Awesome. Oh, and when we're thinking about posts, some people ask me like, well, why do we have Pinterest as an option to post on? Why is that a thing, right? So on the front side of your website, there is a Pinterest link where people can actually share the listing to their own Pinterest. They can share it to other social media, so like as consumers. Also, from a brokerage agent point of view, when I used to work for a boutique agency locally here, back when the housing crisis happened in like the early mid 2000s, business really dipped. However, she kept building her business and her touch with her contacts and building that base because she posted on Pinterest. Anytime she found something interesting, she posted on Pinterest. Anytime she had a listing, she would post the entire listing on Pinterest, and she would send that information out to her contacts on every type of social media she had, and that's how she built a following. She blogged it, did Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and really tried to keep her name top of mind as a brand in our area, and it worked. And that would be Front Door Real Estate in Vancouver, Washington. I haven't used Pinterest in forever, so navigating it, I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, that's Julie did an amazing job. And then once in a while, she would just copy somebody else's board, like something similar to this, some great little welcome signs, or how to, I think it was yard cleanup in the fall for winter prep. So, she always told a story with her pictures, which was interesting.
Yeah. And if you're going to choose a channel like this, then you're choosing a channel to focus on.
Yes. Yeah. This one definitely is a little more work intensive because it asks a little more of you on the setup, but it can be worth it.
Yeah. Cool. We should do a Pinterest. Probably haven't, because I haven't been on there in forever. I do believe there is a way we could post property listing pictures and link them over to our site as we post and to our board, right? I'm pretty sure that's
yeah, you can actually, if you go to the front side of KV Core, like on the website.
Okay. Oh, just go to my website. Sorry.
No, it's all right. And just open up one of those properties.
Oh boy, here we go. Oh, does it have a pin thing built in?
Yeah, so when you click on it, like on that left, right hand rail, there should be like a Pinterest option. Or there used to be.
There used to be share on Pinterest right here.
Yeah, there you go. So you can actually click that and then choose what you want to share, and it'll build a Pinterest link for you right there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and I got to put it on a specific board.
Yep.
Let's see.
Ruby's going to be like, what the?
Yeah. And then
you got a link.
Links.
Yeah.
It's really, yeah. So if people do use Pinterest, I mean, we talk about the property search of the day. Why not just do your pin something?
Pin of the day. Pin of the day.
Very cool. I never thought. I know there's a lot of traffic there. I know it is slanted a little bit toward the female side of things, right? Demographically.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's a lot of this is about zigging where your competitors are zagging, and I have a hunch that a very small percentage of our competitors are consistently posting on Pinterest. So there's probably opportunity there.
Yeah, I would agree with that synopsis. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brittany saying, hey, speaking of telling stories with photos, do we have any recs or resources on how to write good captions? So, I mean, to me, I kind of write smarty pants captions, which get people's attention. So that's kind of my style and what people kind of expect. I think just letting your own personality shine is the most important part.
Yeah, I don't have much there either. Just whatever you can do. Do you mean captions on specific listings, pictures?
Maybe like for property searches of the day, things of that nature.
Well,
I mean, like I've used some like, does your dog need a fenced yard? You're like a dog looking all lonely and like looking out in the yard. I'm like, I need to go out, but he can't. I mean, you play off a lot of different types of things to resonate with people.
Yeah, shortcuts are going to be the use of GIFs, memes.
Yep.
Another one of my favorite shortcuts is Spider-Man and Mr. T.
Right.
On the front lawn.
Yes. Spider-Man swinging from the eaves was fantastic. It was epic one.
So that's actually playing with the images, but actually capturing the images, I guess the question is, do you want to be a little wacky with it and pattern interrupting, or do you just want to be generic with the, describing what the thing is?
Right. Oh, and Brittany's speaking too. She said, on the captions to tell stories on social media, like the one guest you had who said he tells stories across the social media and LinkedIn. So that was the gentleman that spoke about the luxury stories, right? On LinkedIn.
Yeah, Andrew Robinson. So
Yeah, that
everybody
was
should be
really good.
following him. And you'll see that in our webinar archives, probably about a month ago now. Just follow what he does. Andrew's a really good marketer, and he's telling the story of the property and the people as he goes.
Yeah, it was super interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, this stuff is a little harder to bottle. Andrew's probably comes from a lot of time spent studying marketing and copywriting. So Brittany, I would almost say like go and check out, a lot of what Dan Kennedy has out there. No BS direct marketing, things like that. Because and if you just Google around like copy blogger, blogs about storytelling with copy, that
HubSpot has a lot of great free courses as well.
Yeah. So what would you?
Dale more on YouTube's like Andrew's video was awesome. Yeah, I agree. It was incredible, but good energy and good information.
Yeah. Copy blogger is kind of the OG. Like, here I just pasted. They've been around forever. You can get lost on this site. There's so much, and this is like a list of their blogs about writing and copy. But yeah, really wouldn't. I don't think copywriting is a bad skill to start acquiring. There's so many books on the subject. I always go over to Dan Kennedy. Robert Bly is another good guy. Copywriter. The Copywriter's Handbook is kind of probably a good first read to kind of dig in. Hypnotic Writing by Joe Vitale. It's one of my favorites. And then basically you can kind of just go to any of these and then go down to Amazon's recommended, books you may like that are similar. Or people also bought. I think that's what they do, right? Don't they do like products related to this item? But man, I personally in my career, besides being able to type 60 words a minute, it's forget the college. Being able to type 60 words a minute and having read like 100 books like this has had a huge impact. Just all around wherever you go in any endeavor you have, just understanding like human brain patterns and how to craft words in a way that get people to engage and take action is really
that psychology of business.
Yeah, definitely hypnotic writing. I just really like Joe Vitale the way it's very conversational.
It sounds like he hypnotized you.
He did. He's got me. He was involved with The Secret.
Oh, okay.
He's a little woo, He's got
Everybody needs a little woo in their lives.
Yeah, a little woo out there. So, but very, very kind of tactically sound tips in this one in hypnotic writing. Just simple stuff. Cool.
I haven't seen any new questions pop up. Oh, here we go. Oh, Brittany, Ryan, how is your son's YouTube channel going?
I'm a bad dad.
He's got a good opener.
I haven't done any videos with him. He's got a bunch of. He's only 9, so he doesn't know. But he's got a bunch of videos on Twitch that I need to upload to YouTube. That's the answer.
You should just create a tutorial for him on Screencast-O-Matic on how to upload them.
Yeah, he knows how, but he's not. Yeah,
I know.
9-year-old, you got to slow play it.
Yeah.
But it is launched. There is some chat. There is some videos on there. You guys would not find them interesting at all, so I'm not even going to show his channel. But he's just, I've told him that's how I learned video, right? I did a bunch of crappy ones like in 2009. I just told him you just got to try to make a video a day, man. And I think that advice applies whether you're 9 or 40. Just try to make a video a day, and that's what he's been doing. He's been getting on Twitch and recording them, but you have to kind of move him over from Twitch to the YouTube channel, which is where the bad dad part comes in. I haven't gotten around to that. All right. Cool. All right. Well, I think we're good for today. That was a lot. 55 minutes.
And John's asking, is there a session after this one? I don't believe there is. So like for this week alone, we had Monday, Thursday, and then one tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. And then next week, we're reverting back to the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all with the very same link you used today.
Yeah, we're going to keep it on one link. Sorry for the
Yep.
confusion, guys. And just some personal stuff came up. We had to move the schedule, but we'll be back tomorrow.
Yep. And again, you're going to use the same link that you joined today to join tomorrow, and then ongoing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week.
Yeah. And you only need to register for that link once, and Zoom will probably just keep letting you know about the upcoming session. I think that's mostly what they do, or you guys wouldn't be here.
Oh, hey, I see. And actually, a question just came up from Dale Moore on YouTube. Because he's in Missouri, they're unable to do a coming soon, but he liked Andrew's garage tip on the LinkedIn stories.
Yeah.
To generate interest from people who responded to it, because that related to the coming soon property. So for those of you who don't know, the garage that was attached to that home that Andrew was telling the story about was like a complex for cars, basically. It was huge for a car collector, and that's what got people to engage in and conversate with him about that coming soon.
Well, yeah, so he told a story about a listing that he didn't have. He used a picture of just a really cool like car garage, but had nothing to do with his market. But he kind of spun that to bring up the idea of, hey, if you need a house like this, get in touch with me. Yeah.
And didn't he say he got like a conversation going within a week and sold another house to someone else because of that?
Yeah. And the key takeaway is you should be posting stuff that engages people. Once you get them engaged and talking to you, then you can pull them, route them wherever you need them to be within your business with what you're doing. So Andrew's like a master of it. I definitely just look for Andrew Robinson. Here he is, and follow him on LinkedIn just watch what he's doing.
Yep. And before we close out, a couple of people are asking for the link. It's the actual link for tomorrow. So
sure.
You got it. Okay, here we go. I got it. How are we doing it?
You can do it. Yeah.
I'm looking.
We have it right up here up top, right in the mastermind area. And we'll paste that here for everybody. We're going to try to keep it like the same. We've been streaming to YouTube a bit, just to kind of, I'm liking this. So you guys can also keep an eye on the YouTube channel. Well, the benefit of the YouTube channel is it's instantly live as a replay, which is really cool. So.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you only need to register one time, because it'll just, if you go to the link, you'll see it'll just show you all the upcoming sessions right here. And then it'll just keep telling you when we go live. And like we had to do, tomorrow's Annalisa is actually at 1 p.m. I should let everybody know.
Oh, hey, how about that?
Yeah, I know you mentioned 12 the other day, but I had a, so
I forgot you had to change that up a little bit.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, guys, thanks for being here. We'll get the replay live. It's already live on YouTube. We'll get it in the members area as soon as possible. If there's anything that you want us to talk about here that we're not connecting with, or if there's any content you want to see in the mastermind, just use the homepage here. Just pop in, just create new posts and be like, guys, I really want to know about this. I'm having this kind of struggle. And Elisa and Ryan, and we will reply. We always do.
We got you.
We got you. All right. See you later, everybody.
Thanks. Bye-bye.